Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 138. In the last episode we wrapped up the arc, technically. In the main story, we found out that it was the ultimate happy ending where everyone lived through all the murders and craziness of Rena this time. But then in the tips we found out that the following day, Rena's paranoia about Hinamizawa being in such massive trouble, like the death of the entire village, came true, and everyone died in some poison explosion where the poison seeped out of Anafuchi Swamp and killed everyone off. So, you know, probably the least happy ending because of something called the Great Hinamizawa Disaster, which is the whole death of everyone. And that's going to become a concept in the future arcs. I say future arcs, they might... In terms of manga, there are three arcs left. Two, like, main story ones, and one sort of side one that I'll get into when we reach that point. Hopefully I'll remember. I should do. I don't know if they'll do that optional one in the Steam games. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning, really. Maybe they don't. But, yeah. So, today, since we finished it, we're just going to do one more thing that we have left that unlocked when we finished the arc. And that was the staff room. So let's check it out. It might be really short, or I don't know really. Hello, my name is Ryokishi07. I hope you enjoyed playing Higurashi When They Cry, Ho. I don't know how to pronounce that. Chapter 6, Sumihara Boshi. There are several themes I wanted to write in this chapter, but I'd like to talk about one of them here. It's about the denial of murder. This is something I had to write sooner or later, since this is a novel about serial murders. There are two means that youngsters in particular use these days to solve problems, which are murder and suicide. When we feel stress, we choose to either get rid of the source of the stress or to get away from it. Let's say you're bullied by a kid at school. You have two ways to solve the problem. You choose either to get rid of the kid from your current environment, or to get away from the environment itself. Usually, bullies are stronger and have their underlings, so you don't stand a chance alone to get rid of them. It's also not easy to switch classes or to quit school, so you can't easily get away from the situation. As a result, the situation gets worse day by day, and your stress urges you to solve the problem immediately. And you come up with murder or suicide as easy solutions. If suicide is considered defeat, you'd want to consider murder. I feel like there are many people who think that way. Well, I've never thought of murder at any point in my life. However, if you actually committed a murder, it wouldn't be easy to pay for the sin. I believe murderers know that well too. But you really hate the bully who pushed you to the limit where you have no choice but to kill him, so with a determination that turns your entire life upside down, you commit murder. But if you have such strong determination, there have to be more ways to take than opting for murder, which should be the last resort. You can talk to your friends. If that doesn't work, you can talk to your family. If that doesn't work, you can talk to your teacher. If that doesn't work, then what? There have to be more ways. If you have the determination to give up on your life by committing murder, there have to be more ways. A modern era is better than any era before it. And that's subjective. There are many hotlines that you can call to talk to someone. Okay, in terms of, stress and bullying and all. Even if you don't have any friends or family, there are many places you can go for help. The people who will answer the phone aren't amateurs. They're volunteers, but they're also veterans who have worked as social workers or juvenile counsellors for a long time. I can assure you, they have more social experience and passion than your parents do. People who work to help people for free can't be bad people. If you feel like you have no choice but to kill the bully or commit suicide, please try to call those hotlines. People who think it's useless to talk to others usually haven't really talked to anyone. Have the courage to call. There will be somebody you can completely rely on at the other end of the line. Don't keep it to yourself, talk to somebody. Ryokishi07 wrote such a long story just to tell you this. He must be a very poor writer. So, Ryokishi07 wants to talk to you all, rather than worrying all about himself. All by himself. How can I write even more entertaining stories? Bit of laugh. 7th expansion. Ryokishi07. That was quite short, actually. But yeah, that was a good message, though. I mean, if you're being bullied and stressed, call a hotline. Talk to friends, then family, then teacher. If nothing works, call a hotline. It's not really rocket science. It's just when you're in a situation where you're so stressed out and so miserable, sometimes the obvious doesn't seem that obvious and you don't think clearly. So it's good to hear that from a game that some people who are being bullied might just randomly come across. So, I don't know. It seems pretty good to me anyway. So, that's the end of the series. I don't know what I'm going to do next in terms of Let's Plays. I've got 2 games in mind. I don't want to go into it. One, I've been asked if I would do. So, that's always something I'll really consider if it's a game I like, and I have, and everything. 2 is a game that I was planning to do before Higurashi, actually. Before this came out on Steam and changed things. So, I'm not too sure which one to go between the 2. One is more like a proper game. It's a adventure, puzzler, sort of Zelda-style game, which I love. Another is another sort of visual novel, but with plenty of gameplay to it as well. So it's between the 2. And by the time this episode goes up, I might have already sort of decided and started making notes and preparing. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. So, this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed Higurashi so far. We still have another, probably 2 arcs to go, maybe more. I don't know how the visual novels actually did it, so we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, folks. See you again in a bit.